Welcome and congratulations! You have just taken the first step towards improving your Rocket League skill. This class is designed to improve players from the top divisions of Challenger Elite up through the lower divisions of Champion. The topic of our first lesson will be involving something that's very near and dear to my heart, and that is positioning.
But All-Star, I thought these lessons were supposed to be more advanced.
Oh, trust me, they are. But before we start, I want to show the difference in a forgivable mistake and a fundamental issue that this class is intended to prevent. Please focus your attention to the counterattack play by the opposing team. The ball begins coming down the right side of the field as Juan and I are coming back as quickly as possible while Omni takes position in goal. Omni successfully defended the initial shot, and although I wasn't quick enough to block the follow-up, I did rush the opponent, which resulted in a high miss. But we finally conceded when we were unable to contest the next rebound, and we allowed an easy passing goal. So why is this a forgivable mistake and not a fundamental issue? Well, if you look on the left side of the screen, you'll see that Juan misses the boost and spends valuable seconds backing up to get it. The mistake threw off our timing and contributed to the breakdown of defensive rotation, but nobody's perfect and these mistakes happen. Now, this scenario would have been a fundamental issue if Juan did get the boost the first time around and both players reacted the same way and left the ball uncontested.
All-Star, I get it. Teach me about positioning.
Alright. To make this easy to remember, I've created an acronym that highlights the key components of good positioning. These components are spacing, trust, awareness, and rotation. Maintaining good spacing is one of the most important aspects of having good positioning, so we'll begin there. If you have been watching the gameplay, then you may have noticed that my team is managing our spacing well, and we've been in a constant offensive position. We aren't taking boosts from each other, and we're not fighting each other for the ball, and instead we're creating shot opportunities and preventing the defense from clearing the ball. So here are some do's and don'ts of maintaining effective spacing. In this scenario, I'm taking the ball forward and my teammates are trailing closely behind. My first teammate should center up in anticipation of a pass, while my second teammate should stay near the midfield line so he can rotate on offense or protect against a fast counterattack. What my teammates should not do is enter the corner until I've already begun to rotate out. We were able to maintain our spacing, and once I left the corner, Mosif goes to challenge the ball and Juan drops back to become the last man. Now, most of us have tried solo standard before, but it can be a pretty good example of what Rocket League becomes when players lack trust. As you can see here, my entire team is going after the ball at the same time, and we've disregarded our spacing completely.
But All-Star, you look like you're out of position.
You're right. I'm at fault just as much as they are. I consciously ignored my spacing because I didn't trust my teammates. If we look at the Takumi's angle, it looks like he could have made a nice pass to me if I didn't go for this aerial, but instead we're all in the same corner and the play falls flat. If you play with the same people regularly, the trust will be much easier. If you don't, then my advice is to trust the intentions of the players until you have a good gauge of their skill. If you find yourself struggling with trusting others, then focus instead on your own spacing and awareness so that you're not interfering with them and they're not interfering with you. Even though the lack of trust is what caused the confusion on my teammates' lack of awareness caused them to be invisible on the field for an additional 20 seconds. Watching from the Takumi's view, he should have seen that I have boost and that I'm in goal, but he still tries to hit the ball. He also sees the side field boost, which would be a great choice as we transition to offense, but instead he goes for the further boost, and as a result, he's not far enough forward to receive my pass and take a shot on goal. Meanwhile, the Dominus player is the exact target audience these videos are aimed at. He begins by ignoring his responsibilities to the team while waiting for boost, and his first aerial with that boost was supposed to defend a shot, but he didn't check to see if both of his teammates were in a better position to defend or not, which we both were. Either he was unaware that we were in position, or he knew that we were in position but just didn't have the trust. He's speeding around the field, taking up lots of boost without any regards for his teammates or strategy, which makes it very difficult to get any kind of rotation rhythm going. Rotation can be complicated to learn at first, but in the grand scheme of things, it's a really basic concept. Since this is an advanced class, I'm going to assume you already understand rotation. If you would like to learn more about rotation, I've linked Controlled Pairs Gaming video in the description below. And I do have one thing about kickoff positioning. Unless you have a designed kickoff play, the last man always needs to stay in goal. If you grab the boost pad in the beginning and double jump, you can actually reach the ceiling. So have some patience and make sure that it's safe before you go get the corner boost. And that'll wrap up the first lesson of this class. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and let me know if this video has helped you at all. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week for Rocket League 202.